The coronavirus and the vaccine mandates now kicking in. Workers refusing to get vaccinated, now losing their jobs. California healthcare workers facing a deadline to be vaccinated by today. New York City teachers and staff must be vaccinated by 5 p.m. tomorrow. The battle reaching a breaking point in some places. This angry meeting in New Hampshire, police having to escort public health officials just to get out of the room. Tonight, hear the new study as well, just how many Americans who've had COVID still actually have symptoms 3 to 6 months later, and what those symptoms are. Here's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, the nationwide crackdown on workers who refuse the vaccine. From California, where healthcare employees had until today to be fully vaccinated or risk losing their jobs, to New York City, where teachers and staff face a deadline of tomorrow night to get their first shots.
I believe we should have a choice in what we decide to put in our bodies.
In New York, nearly 100% of healthcare workers in the state's largest hospital system, Northwell Health, are now fully vaccinated.
It was the right thing to do. I will stand with that. It was hard to do, though. It's hard to force people to do something that you truly wish they would do voluntarily.
But late today, a federal appeals court blocked the firing of New York healthcare workers who claimed a religious exemption, pending the outcome of a court hearing next month. The battle over vaccines boiling over in New Hampshire. Protesters disrupting an executive council meeting over vaccine outreach. State police escorting some employees and public health officials out of the building to safety.
Saying to people, I know where you live, I think that's intimidating and threatening.
And tonight, growing concerns about COVID and kids. 2 children in Virginia dying from the virus in just 2 days, including 10-year-old Teresa Sperry. The state of Ohio seeing the country's second highest number of child hospitalizations.
Pretty hard to keep our heads above water day in and day out.
It comes as we're learning more about the risks of long-haul COVID symptoms, like shortness of breath and abdominal pain. A new study from Oxford found that 37% of COVID survivors experience at least one symptom 3 to 6 months after infection. Scott Plout got COVID last December, but still needs oxygen and cardiac rehab. He's urging everyone to get the vaccine.
Unless you want to go into a hospital and have something cut into your throat for a tracheostomy, go 105 days without eating or drinking anything and likely lose your life. I say, go for that vaccine.
These pleas from people who have had COVID are really powerful, and Whit is back with us tonight. I want to go back to this new study, Whit, because people who've had COVID who are still having symptoms 3 to 6 months later, what are they seeing?
Well, David, we've also heard from doctors who've treated patients 9 months, even 18 months after their initial COVID infections. Common symptoms like fatigue, shortness of breath, depression, and brain fog. And some of those patients had no issues early on, only to experience those long-haul symptoms months later. David.
All right, Whit Johnson on this again tonight. Thank you, Whit.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.